Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, I'm Immaculis. And today I have a very special video for y'all. You guys do not know. Okay, so first things first, my shelving unit broke the other day and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Because now I have like this giant board, shelf, whatever it's called, just here, just hanging around. And I was like, what could I do? What could I do? I tried fixing my shelf, first of all, because listen, I was just trying to be organized, but it didn't work out. So we're gonna be painting this today. Yeah, we're just gonna make a random painting and we're just gonna roll with it, because if it's here, then why not use it? Tell me why not use it? Plus, I'm not even gonna prime it. I'm not gonna do no special things. I'm legit just gonna use some cheap paints and we're just gonna go with the flow. You feeling my vibe? That's just what we're just gonna do. Okay. So let's get started with the video. Hello, it's voiceover Immaculis taking over today, and it was currently 3:43 a.m. when I was filming this video, so you know I was tired. Anyways, we're right now just sketching ideas so that way we can make this as cute as can be. And let me tell you, these ideas were just flowing. Do you ever just get inspired at like 3 a.m. in the morning and you want to do art things? Well, this was me today. Like, oh my god, like I legit had my mind filled with different things that I wanted to do for this board, and right here you could see that it was just flowing. So bear with me in this video because it's gonna be my first time actually doing a full voiceover throughout the whole video. I know if you guys don't like seeing that, I'm sorry, but comment down below if y'all would just rather just watch a little voiceover and then just the music going, so that way you guys could just chill and draw with me. Or do you guys prefer me talking my whole way through the whole video? Okay, so now I just put my reference up, like my favorite reference up there, and I'm just starting to sketch out what I see on my reference. I really like the idea of having this one person in the middle and Immaculis in the background. And trust me when I tell you, like, this was the idea that was like, all up in my head. I was like, oh my god, like, I like this. Like, I think it could look really cute if I use the right colors, if I draw it out really good. And that's just pretty much what I'm trying to do at this point. So I'm just drawing out this girl in my style. I think that she'll look so cute with a little like crew neck sweater and with beautiful big eyes. Like, I don't know, I'm obsessed with like big eyes, big ears, like over exaggerating the facial features, just because I think it gives it a little extra oomph. And I honestly am just trying to make this, again, really cute. Like, my overall thing is to make it cute because I want to hang it up on my wall and I want people to be like, oh, that's cute. And I'm gonna be like, I know, right? Like, that's freaking adorable. Like I'm gonna add some hoops because, girl, like, I always have hoops and I wanted her to somewhat resemble me, like, you know, with the hair, with the hoops or whatever, with the little attitude that she has going on. Like, I don't know, maybe I could make this into a character someday, but that's someday, because right now, like, this girl is just my muse, you know. LOL, because she resembles me in so many ways. So while I'm doing these letters, I'm just trying to keep a note, like a mental note, that I do want them to look somewhat cohesive or somewhat like a font. So I'm honestly just winging it. and trying to make it look pretty so that way it doesn't look like a mess. But you could see me doing the measurements or whatever, and you would think that because I'm doing measurements it will look somewhat in place, but that definitely did not happen. But anyways, we're really just going with the flow at this point. We're just trying to make it look pretty. That's our main goal, just to make it look pretty. And even though the measurements weren't A1, I definitely kept the mental note of, hey, like, this is just for fun, no pressure. Like, at the end of the day, this is for me. This is not for anybody else. I'm not selling it. I'm not doing none of that. Is just so I could personally have an Immaculis board. That's pretty much it. I thought it was going to be fun, and I made this video with no pressure. So after the final sketch is done, I'm just going to grab my paint palette, and don't judge my paint palette. Listen, I use it all the time, so it's not the cleanest, but we're just going to roll with it, okay? And we're just going to be adding these paint colors that I think it will look really nice in the painting. Hopefully I use all of these, but I make no promises, okay? So I added the pink and I added the brown, and I wanted to add yellow because I think it will look really nice for the hair. But then I saw this purple and I was like, girl, this is the one. This is the one for the hair. I gotta add some white because, you know, we gotta make some skin tones because I do not have a skin tone. What is it? Pink? Yeah, I don't have a skin tone pink, so don't judge me, okay? Anyways, I'm adding all the colors. I don't know if you can see them. They're in line all the way in the top. And I'm over here just pointing out where I want each color to be. So after I think I got somewhat of an idea, I'm just going to be mixing around some colors so that way I can make like a good skin tone for this girl. Because I want her to look somewhat like me. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, listen, like, it's my muse. As I'm starting to paint, I'm keeping a mental note that yes, I did not sand it, yes, I did not prime it, so my painting or the paint itself might look a little wonky, and that's okay because we're just gonna roll with it. And I knew what I was getting myself into, so this is how it's turning out. And whenever I'm doing projects like this, I always keep in mind, like, hey, like, this is very trust the process, because I know it looks like doo-doo right now, but I swear it looks somewhat decent at the end. I don't know if you saw my thumbnail. Like, I swear it's gonna be pulling through. Like, everything is gonna look somewhat decent, okay? So bear with me. Like, this is a very trust the process. So at this point, I'm just trying for this to blend as much as I can, because these colors in general, this whole board, this whole thing is not blending as well as I wanted to. But again, beggars can't be choosers, so I'm just hoping for the best. And another thing to know, I am painting with acrylics, so the paint is drying so fast that at some points it's like I'm getting frustrated with the paint itself, because is drying up, but is drying up like in a patchy, unpleasant way. And that's something that I definitely do not want, but I know I was gonna get it since I did not follow the steps to properly prime and set up this whole board before I even paint on it. So right now I'm just adding a little blush, like, so that way she can look somewhat cute. Like, I like it to look like somewhat straight out of like a cartoon. I'm sorry, like, I want her to look like kawaii and stuff. Like, she's just like, look at her, like, she's coming through, I swear. Like, she about to look like the cutest little girl ever. Like, oh, like, look at her. And look at the purple. I love. I'm so happy I made this decision to put purple in her hair, because let me tell you, like, I always wanted purple in my hair. Like, I am a person who had mainly every single color of hair color, so to just have a color that I never tried before on my characters, I think is the cutest thing ever. Like, this purple, like, are you telling me you're not obsessed with this purple yet? Like, look at it. Like, I swear I'm like just la 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 with my paintbrush, but I swear it's gonna look decent. I'm telling you, trust the process. And let me tell you, okay, so when I'm painting like this purple hair, I'm like, okay, like this is an amazing color. Like, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. But this acrylic is not working with me. So I definitely have to have the patience to just wait for it to dry a little so I could go over it, and so that way it can look beautiful. And as I'm doing the hair, I'm also keeping in mind that it is curly hair. So I'm doing like these strokes. I don't know if you can see it, like these C strokes, so that way it could look somewhat textured. And I already envisioned an idea when I was doing the little thumbnail at the beginning of how I wanted the hair to be. I wanted her to have like these loose type of curls that looks put together, and I wanted her to look fierce, and I wanted her to look like this boss girl, because honestly at the end of the day I feel like, and I just really wanted to break the stigma of non-curly hair not being professional and non-curly hair not being as beautiful as straight hair. And listen, like, I love straight hair, but it's just something about my curly hair that makes me feel more empowered and makes me feel more of who I am. And that's something that I want to show in my artwork. I want to show different hair texture, different diversities, different, like, I just want to make sure that everyone is represented, because at the end of the day, like, it's just hard being a human in this world. Like, just being constantly judged and being constantly misunderstood. And that's why in reality, like, while I'm painting this, I'm also thinking about like, hey, like, I'm making Immaculis not just for me but for everybody else. Like, I want it to be a safe space of like, hey, like, you are welcome no matter what, no matter the shape, form, nationality, religion, whatever. You are welcome. You are valued. You are an amazing human being. And I hope you only get green lights in your life. You know, like, at the end of the day, I just want everyone, especially during times like this, to feel like they have somebody. And I want to be that somebody for you. Anyways, I'm feeling like I'm getting off track. So, as you could clearly see, I'm right now doing the C strokes all throughout her hair, and I am leaving a little gap by the ears because that's where the hoops are going to be, and I want to make sure that it doesn't have purple underneath when I lay down the hoop color. And it's just a bunch of C's. Like, my strokes are just C's, so that way it could make like this perfect hair texture that I want it to be. And while I'm doing my C's, I'm also keeping a note of, hey, like, should I paint the eyeballs or should I leave them like for later so that way I could just do them with marker? Because I honestly don't know how to go about it so that way it could look somewhat decent. Listen, I'm just very indecisive right now, especially at this point. While I was painting, I was very indecisive. Like, I was like, ooh, like, would this look good or would this not look good? Like, I don't know. And I am somebody who always loves thinking ahead, so I was definitely thinking about them eyeballs. Like, listen, I don't know, should I add color, should I leave it black how I normally do so I could not deal with it? So just going over the paint on top of the head. I told you I was gonna go over it. Anyways, I'm currently just doing this blob, and I'm trying to make it as cute as could be. Look at it. I made it yellow. I love the color yellow. Do you like the color yellow? Okay, it's just me. Anyways, I honestly think that yellow is such a happy color. I love how it looks and it just makes me happy. And I knew that I wanted the blob to be like a happy place, and I wanted the hoops to be yellow to represent like gold hoops, you know, because this yellow definitely reminded me of gold hoops, like one of the gold hoops that I have. Anyways, I really love the yellow color so much that I definitely want to incorporate it to the crew neck. And I don't know if y'all can peep, but the red lining of the pencil that I had actually blended really nice with the yellows, so it looks so intentional and I love it. And yes, I skipped the whole back part of me painting because it's just Immaculis, and I just chose like pretty colors so that way it looks somewhat decent, you know. And I'm adding a yellow heart. I told you I'm obsessed with this yellow, bro. Like, it just looks so freaking cute. Like, I can't, like, I love yellow. And before anybody comes at me for the spacing of Immaculis in the background, I understand the spacing is all wonky, but I swear it says Immaculis. Like, you know, it doesn't say Immaculis, you know, like, it says Immaculis, okay? We're just gonna roll with it. I understand the spacing is not A1, but I told you from the beginning it wasn't gonna be A1, so don't try to come at me because I'm just gonna tell you it says Immaculis. And anyways, it's my painting, and if it's messed up, quote unquote messed up, y'all don't have to deal with it because again, I'm the one seeing it. Sheesh. Okay, let me chill. Anyways, so I decided on Posca pens or Posca markers, so that way I could do my lining of my work. And I'm telling you guys, look how he's looking. Like, isn't she looking gorgeous? Like, look at her. Like, who is she? Like, she's so sassy. Like, yes, sister, like, you do that. Anyways, I am making sure that the Posca pen is doing its thing, you know. I'm trying to clean it at the same time because what I'm noticing is that a bunch of the little flakes of the acrylic is sticking with the marker, and at this point I'm like getting frustrated because it's sort of kind of drying out the marker in a way, and I don't like that. So I switched to Sharpie real quick because I was like, okay, Sharpie looks thicker in a way, in a sense, and I feel like I should have definitely painted it with acrylic paint because even though the markers did turn out somewhat decent, it wasn't where I wanted to be. But at the end of the day, it was what I had. I already did it, so the crime was already done. So I'm just going with the flow. Like, at this point, I definitely reminded myself, like, listen, no one is gonna have this, you know. It's personal, so it's gonna be mine. And even though I know I made mistakes in it, like, I still think it's pretty because I made it, you know. It's my art, and I told myself I wasn't gonna judge, and all I did was judge my painting. So this is pretty much it. This is the end result, and thank you guys for coming along the journey. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to share. And I see you when I see you.